So hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video we are going to see the bubble sort algorithm. Okay, so in previous video we have seen that introduction to the sorting algorithms, and we have also see the number of types of algorithm in that. uh, Now we will going to see in this video the first type of algorithm, that is called as the bubble sort algorithm. Okay, so let's start. So bubble sort is a simple sorting algorithm that repeatedly steps through the list, compare adjacent elements, and swaps them if they are not in the wrong order. Okay, so basically it is a comparison based algorithm, and basically if the numbers are not in the correct position, okay, it used to swap that elements and place that element into its proper position. So bubbles of algorithm does that. Okay, now next point will be it arrange n number of elements by placing the biggest number on its proper position. Okay, so there are many numbers in the elements. Okay, so it place the biggest element on its proper position first, and then it will arrange the other elements. Okay, so we will see one examples also, and we'll get that example. Okay, and it always arrange the data in ascending order. Okay, so place the biggest element at last, then second last, third last, like this it will arrange the elements or arrange the data in the descending order. Okay, so let's take an example. So I have taken an array here. Okay, so I have created an array here, and let's see now. Okay, so iteration 1. Okay, or we can say as pass also, pass 1. Okay, so it will compare 64 and 32 first. Okay, obviously 64 is greater and 34 is less than 64, then it will swap the positions. Okay, so now the array will be uh, 34, 64, rest of the elements will be same. Okay, now 64 and 25 will be compared. 64 is greater than 25, so it will swap the position. Okay, the array will be 34, 25, 64, 12, and rest of the elements will be same. Okay, now it will compare 64 and 12. Okay, and in that 64 is greater than 12, so it will get swapped with 12, and next array will be 34, 25, and 12, 64, and rest of the elements will be same. Okay, now we'll compare 64 and 22. Okay, now 64 is greater than 22, it will swap the position then. So rest of the elements will be same here, and 22 and 64 it will swap the positions, and 11 be remain as it is. Okay, now we'll compare with the 64 and 11. Okay, so obviously 11 is less than 64, then it will get swapped. Okay, now the elements will be, rest of the elements will be same, and 11 and then 64. It will swap the positions. So as we have discussed in above points, so it arranges the element by placing the biggest number on its proper position. Okay, so it has placed its bigger number on its proper position, it's on its last. Okay, and we have get 64 and last position, and it will always arrange the data in descending order. Okay, so it will arrange the data also in descending order only. Okay, so obviously we have get the largest data in last position. Okay, now iterate second, or we can say pass 2. So I have written the same data as it is, and it will compare. Okay, 34 and 25 will be compared now, and 34 is greater than 25, so it will get swapped. So 25 and 34, and rest of the elements will be same. It will compare 34 and 12. So 34 is greater than 12, so it will get swapped, and 25, then 12, 34, and rest of the elements will be as it is. 34 and 22 will be gets compared. Okay, 34 is greater than 22, so it will get swapped, and 25, 12, 22, 34, and rest of the elements will be same. Now 34 and 11 will be gets compared, and 34 is greater than 11, so it will get swapped. 11 and then 34, then 64. Okay, now this will be compared. 34 and 64 will be gets compared. Okay, so 34 is less than 64, so it will not be swap its position. So the bubble sort is arranging the data or the array in descending order. Okay, now pass 3. Okay, so I will write the data as it is. 12 and 25 will get compared. So is less than 25 and 25 is greater than 12, so no elements will be get swapped, so it will remain as it is. I will write the data as it is. 25 and 22 will be get compared, and 25 is greater than 22, so the element will get swapped. So 12, 22, 25, then 11, then rest of the element will remain as it is. 25 and 11 will be get compared, and 25 is greater than 11. Okay, so it will get swapped. So 11 and 25, and rest of the elements will be remain as it is. Okay, now it will compare 25 and 34. Okay, now 25 is less than 34, so element will not be get swapped, and the data will be remain as it is. Okay, now in pass 4, so I will write the data first. 12 and 22 will be compared, and 12 is less than 22, and it will be not be get swapped, and it will remain as it is. 2 and 11 will compared, and 22 is greater than 11, it will be get swapped. So 12, 11, 22, and rest of the elements will be same. So okay, so we have get the last fourth element of the array, that is 22. Now in pass 5, okay, so I will write the elements first. So I've written the element as it is, and now 12 and 11 will get compared, and 12 is greater than 11, so the position will be get swapped, and 11 will become first, then 12, then rest of the elements will be same. We have get our sorted data from it, okay, from, so the array has been sorted here, okay. So this way we can solve the bubble sort algorithm by placing the biggest number in the array on its right position, okay. Let's see the pseudocode for it, okay. So we have to use here nested for loops, okay. So for int I is equal to 0 to n, and in this we have to run another for loop for int j is equal to 0 n minus I, okay. So we will run the loop till n minus I. So in this we have to swap our elements, okay. So here we will write a condition if the array of j should greater than array of j plus 1. So if the first element here is greater than second element, then the swapping condition will be gets applied, okay. So here we will swap our elements, okay. So we'll take then third variable temp, and you will write array of j, and array of j will be array of j plus 1. So you have all know the swapping technique will be our temp, okay. So this way with the elements will be get swapped, okay. So this is the pseudocode for the bubble sort. Now let's write the code for it, okay. So I have created a class here demo1, and in that I have created a main method, and now I will create an array. So I have created an array here, okay. Now I will create a function to public static void bubble sort, okay, and I will pass this array, okay. Now I will run nested for loops for int I is equal to 0 and I should less than array of length minus 1, and I will get updated. Now I will run another for loop for int j is equal to 0 and j should less than array of length minus 1 and minus I. So we have discussed in our pseudocode, and then j will be gets updated. Now we will simply swap, okay. So if our first element is greater than our second element, then we will swap the elements. Now we will take a third variable temp and we will store array of j. Yeah. Now array of j will be array of j plus 1 and array of j plus 1 will be temp. So we have swapped the element. Okay, so I've written the code for bubble sort. Now we have to print the elements. Okay, so for printing the elements we have to create another function. So public static void and array, and in this we have to pass the array. Now we will here run a loop for int I is equal to 0 and I should less than array of length, and I will gets update, and here we will write system.out.println I and your space. Okay. And here we have written the code for printing the array, and we have the array using the technique bubble sort here. Now let's call the functions. Okay, from in main method. Now here we have to call the name bubble sort, and in that we have to pass this array, and we have to call the second function, that is print array. So let's run the code and see what will be the output. Okay, so output that we have get this, and we have passed this unsorted array, and we have getted the sorted array using the bubble sort technique. Okay, so thank you for watching this video.